Alrighty, well, we're at the house today. We got, shift supervisor Hank over here. He's gonna watch me work, but we got this sluice here. This is the same one we've been using, and this is the one that the mat came out of, which we can see here wasn't glued down super good. But, I guess I'm gonna scrape some of this dirt out and into the pan, and I'll see if I can get anything even halfway decent out of it. And then we're gonna make some alterations to it. Alright, so that's what we got in the pan. Looks like a lot of kind of larger gravels and then a lot of leaves, which isn't exactly surprising. But we got some water with just a little dish soap in the sink, and I'm gonna try and pan this out and see if there's anything somewhat promising. Obviously, there's not a lot of material in here, but well, we got a little bit of black sand mixed in there. I'll flip it around to this side, see if I can't do some work out of the riffles. And then we'll dump some of that extras out and try and do a swirl back. And we got maybe one up here. Yeah. Looks like one. So I honestly don't even think that's worth saving. Alrighty, so I done some measuring, and I did not think about starting this before I had the tape actually extended. Our mat in here is going to be right around 7.5 inches. We don't have to actually get real precise with any of this. And then this section here, I'm going to say like 13 inches. So I went ahead and just kind of scuffed all that up with some sandpaper. And then I'm going to cut like inch and a half sections out of that and super glue them down. Should be great, I hope. Those are by no means the straightest lines I have ever cut, but I think it'll work. So these are just kind of dry fit right now, proof of concept. But I am gonna bust the super glue out and glue these down and give them about 24 hours to set. Alrighty, I got her all glued in, and then I spread some of the glue back up onto the riffle, or onto the matting there a little bit. She is not at all pretty, but I do think she will still work. But I've had enough huff and glue for one day, so I'm gonna go inside. Good morning, everybody. I'm back here at the spot we've been working for, I guess, what's now the past like 2-3 weeks. And today is Colorado's first day of seasonal temperatures. It's also the first time we've seen moisture in this area in like 28 days or something. Still no snow down like actually in Denver, which, you know, that's good. But there's definitely some snow up here. We're in the mountains. Thankfully it's not too awful bad down this way, but she's definitely not warm. So I think we're gonna have to try and hit some of that. I'll do some work up and over there where I have been, but shouldn't be too bad. And I like the look of that right there. So we'll run some shit, see how long I can stand being out in the cold. Alrighty, well, I got all suited up. You can see I got my waders and my gloves. And we're gonna be testing out my new sluice modifications and so far, it's not too bad. I'm actually reasonably warm, but I imagine that'll change right about the second I touch the water. I even had to change hats. I don't know if that's going to be a good angle at all, but you know it's serious when I take the all hat off. And man, just look at the fog rolling off the mountains and got the sun peeking through. That's gorgeous. I know I hit this angle a lot in these videos, but that is just something else. I love what I do, guys. I'm so grateful to be able to get up and do this. Okay, so this right here is the general area we're going to be working. You can see we're in between where we were working that first time, and then last video was over there and over there. And that side right there had the best gold, which makes sense because it's at the beginning of this corner, kinda. I've done some test pans up there and nothing super promising came back, but I might try that again, knowing what I know about this now, which is most of it's hiding like up in this undercut. So you got to get down through about like 6 inches worth of black sand, which might have some stuff in it, but I think most of the stuff is in the undercut. So I'm gonna fill some buckets up and then I'll come back to you when they're ready to run. And honestly, I've done some walking around in the water. It's not too bad. We'll definitely be taking breaks though, because I don't feel like getting hypothermia out here all by myself. At least not today. Okay, well, oh my goodness, that hand is going. All right, so I got those 4 buckets done, and I can tell you, it's not cold. I am dripping sweat off my face and all down my arms. So I'm gonna set the sluice up, I'm gonna run those buckets, and I'll see you for clean out. Okay then, so we got our first run done, and I'm not sure how well the camera will pick it up. The light's a little weird, but we got little bits peeking through. Admittedly, it's a little dirty, but I'm okay with it trapping more material if it means that we're trapping a bunch of gold up here, and then those mats have to do less work, and I feel better about that. But overall, it looks like it's working okay. I might adjust this carpet a little bit because that's peeking up and I don't love that, but we're packed with some pretty good sands. If you guys see gold, please do timestamp it. I will pin the hell out of that. It'd be cool if that was gold, but I think that's just mica. Unfortunate, but all right, well, I'm gonna clean this out and I'll get back to you. All right, gang, we got the cons from the first run. I'm gonna pan this back real quick and see if we found anything. She is very cold. The river is not bad when you're like walking around, but when you're like melt down panning, it's she sneaks up on you. That's a piece. See if I can't get a decent picture of it. It doesn't want to, so we're just gonna keep going. It's actually not a very bad piece. That's pretty big for around here. Try and speed this up a little bit. Oh, just trying to go. I'm sure that plane in the background's... Ooh, look at that baby. Come on, focus. Yeah, you can just barely see her there. That's pretty. So, it looks like we're finding chunkier pieces in this section of the bar, which I'm not mad at. I like big pieces, don't have to spend as much time trying to sort through all the black sand to finish pan them. Oh, and then we got some little pieces in there too. A lot of them are real tied up, but I got something actually that's going to show up in the mail today that'll help with that. So I'm going to dump these in my cons and fill up more buckets. Alrighty, so I just ran the second run? Yeah. But while I was digging, I found this cool spoon that I have no idea how old it is, but she's kind of corroding, so I don't know if she's like silver plated or what, but not like a bad spoon. And then the other day, Crow found some of this ceramic stuff, and I found even more of that, so I'll add that to the collection. And then, you know, river glass, trash. But more excitingly, it probably all got washed down now, but when I first pulled this sluice up, I did actually see some gold in the nugget trap. Additionally, we got fishing weights somewhere, and then there's some bird shot right there. But I did see gold in here. Oh, there's a tiny little piece that I don't think the camera's gonna pick up, but she's right there. Oh, look at that. Okay, well, I'm gonna get this cleaned out and I'll be back with cons. All right, gang, this is the cons from run number 2. I know there's lead in there. I've seen some pretty garnets down front. There is a lot of rocks in this. Oh, little piece of gold falling out the front there. If the camera feels like catching it, which it doesn't seem to. Ooh, that's a nice flake. And I think we got a few more down here that the camera does not want to pick up. We got those. Oh man, I am excited about this. Oh, got a little piece coming out on the right there. And I'm going real fast. Oh, I think I saw a couple specks, like real small stuff move. Oh, there's one on the top. Oh man, we might have found all right ground. I am... oh man, you can hear, I don't really know what to say. I'm really pumped. We got some bird shot coming out. That's a fishing weight coming out now. So whatever's left under there must be really good. We got a whole bunch of metal, some more bird shot. I'll swirl the other direction just for fun. That out, but I just nudged that out of the way. The big fishing weight, just so we can get towards the back. We got one I just washed down the side. Where'd it go? There it is. And then, oh man, if that's one right in the center. No, it isn't. That would have been really good though. Oh, we still got fishing line attached to that weight. Couple little specks here and there. Yeah, all in all, not bad. Not mad at that at all. That's gonna go in the cons. Okay, admittedly, I am far less confident that this is gonna be super rich dirt, but I got that hole pretty wide. That's probably like 8 foot or so, and then a foot, 6 inches to a foot deep. So I'm gonna run that and then fill that hole back in as best I can, and depending on what time it is, I might be done after that. But I'm starting to run out of dirt that I like up here, so I either got to move back up there or I got to move down there, and over there has proved to be really fine small stuff. So we'll see what it'd be like. Heidi ho, Rescue Rangers. This is going to be our last pan of cons for the day, and that's 12? Yeah, 12 buckets run. So I can see the camera can't. This is rough lighting, but right there in the middle of your screen is just a little piece of gold. So I don't even know if any of this footage is going to be usable, but that might be a little piece there. That might also just be mica. And I said earlier that I wasn't super confident. Ooh, that's a nice one. Super confident about this hole, but we got 2 coming off the top right there. But this seems to be a pretty alright spot, and I believe that's even a reasonably sized garnet right there. But got 1 piece on the left side there, 2 pieces on the left side. Little piece of birdshot, piece going down the middle. I cannot wait to separate all this out. Are you a piece? No, I think that's just a rock. Yeah, okay. There's a couple pieces going around the very perimeter there. Nice big old fishing weight. Starting to get some coming down off the top. I will try and get that in the light. It's starting to go away on me. So that's not bad at all. I'm gonna put that in the comms and then I'm gonna go get ice cream. Well, after I fill the hole in. Ooh, that's gonna be a thing. That's a lot of rocks. Okay, well, I'll see you at home.